Shalom. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopeful elect, you brothers, and sincere, you sincere women out there. My throat is a little sore and I am getting sick, so I'm not going to be, that's why I sound scratchy or tired or whatever. It's just sick. And then, as we do know, we're in the middle of Day of Atonement. So there's a lot of self-reflection, a lot of things going on that I was just doing. And while I'm here, I did want to make this just quick video about this dream that I had. And I wrote it down, but I remember most of it for the most part. But anything that I want to touch on, then I'll just go to the notes because I did write it down. I just want to filter it a little bit through the scriptures. These scriptures come to mind that I'll add on to them, but these are the main three that I was thinking of. So starting off, actually better yet, let's just go to it. So the dream started off, I would assume that it was this time period that we're in right now. And so it started off with it was me. I was planning a vacation and to visit some friends in Jersey, and for the most part, when I was planning the trip, everything was going cool. America was still calm and collective, I guess, to whatever degree that means. And so when I made it there, we was all partying together and chilling. We was hanging out. We was drinking. Oh, immediately a scripture came to mind. We was drinking. We was partying. I'm not gonna read off that. I just want to just say how it is. But anybody that's watching, you could read the notes that I read. Hey, we was reading. We was drinking. We was partying. We was having music, having a blast. And I remember it's like I don't know. It's kind of like a block party, if you were. So it was a whole bunch of like all the apartments complexes. Everybody was going to different apartments. We was chilling. Everybody was having a good time, man. And then, out of nowhere, the mood and everything completely changed. And actually, let's get this. Because the first scripture, why I was even reading that when I just looked at that, given in marriage. Let's start off with this, because that's the first scripture that literally came. No, not mirage, marriage. Bear with me. Given in marriage. Or did I spell marriage wrong? Given in marriage. Okay, hold on. Let's see, until Noah. Bear with me. I need to get this scripture. I know what it is. I don't know why it's not. I'm trying to think of some more phrases from your type of. Is it given? Hold on. Is it given into marriage? Here we go. Perfect. Luke 17:26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage. That's what I was looking for right there. Given in marriage. I was spelling marriage wrong. It's Salaki on that. Until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be the day when the Son of Man shall be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. Okay, so first scripture came out when I was just reading that is because everybody was chilling, partying, having a good time, not worried about anything, not thinking anything's gonna happen. Think Americans get this great, it's like a great country that's not going to fall, that's not going to ever diminish, that's never going to ever perish. And everybody was chilling, having a great time. And then getting back to the vision or the dream. I don't know if necessarily it was the vision, I don't know. But this is just something that happened that I noticed very detailedly that was going on. And I think I can filter what happened through the scripture. So, like I said, we was partying, drinking music, blasting. And then out of nowhere, like I did say, out of nowhere, the sky turned gray. I don't remember. That's one thing I don't remember. I don't know if it's something even did, but the sky went like gray, like pitch gray, like out of a movie scene. It was just gray. Music stopped. Everybody was like, okay, what's going on here? And then next thing you know, you just hear these sirens. There was no ever like announcement, but it was just sirens. It was just sirens going off, and the sky was just like gray, like like I said, out of a movie scene. And everybody was like kind of confused at first. Nobody was like really doing anything, but everybody was like, pause, okay, let's go. Let's figure out what is going on. And things like that. That's what everybody was doing. And then another thing, let's go back to the notes. Let's see if I read this down. Like I say, I don't know what the vendor changed the thing. And like, okay, yeah, so this will happen next. Pretty much everybody, just from there, everybody was thinking like, okay, so something's going on. Let's group up. Let's start getting in survival because that's what's going on. So everybody was getting in like survival groups. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go with these people. You're going to be with us. So pretty much everybody was, it was like I told you, we was in these like apartments. We was in apartments. So everybody from each apartment was like starting to block off, close the doors and kicking certain people out, or like getting groups and just closing the door. And the one particular apartment that we were in, it was like a big group of us. So everybody was like, okay, so this is what we're about to do. Like, we're not about to start like fighting and all the other stuff, but this is what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna start gathering our little supplies. We'll let y'all grab the old stuff. We're gonna start packing our cars up and stuff. So what you guys gonna do after that? Y'all do what you do, but y'all on your own. Y'all group is on y'all own pretty much. So everybody started going to groups and separating. And so, let me do this while I'm thinking about it. And so everybody started getting groups. And from there, I remember I was going in the fridge and I was telling my friends that I was with, I was like, because they were packing, it was a truck that they were packing. And they weren't packing that much. And I've noticed that they weren't packing that much and they weren't doing these things. I'm going to mention the point in a little bit. They were packing the truck, but they were packing very like minimal stuff. So I'm thinking like, bro, we don't know. The sky just went gray. We don't know how long running water is going to be. So if we do have to drink water, we can, hey, we already know it's poison anyway, but we don't know. Let's fill up these water jugs with like the faucet water. Why? Well, we still have it. Let's grab some more water bottles. Let's grab some more canned food. Let's get some of this fruit. Let's stock up on this stuff, and then we get in this truck, and then we get ready to go. And they were not like with it. And the reason why they weren't with it is because they were thinking that this is just a slight inconvenience. We're gonna go, like, everything is gonna go back to normal. We're gonna get back to partying. And then me in the dream, I'm realizing what's getting ready to take place. So I tell them, I'm like, we were by the sink. And they were patching up like this crate to go in the back of the truck. They were sitting there. I'm talking to them. I'm like, listen. I'm like, the day what we're getting ready to live through is literally in the scriptures. I told them, like, this is going to be a day like no other, bro. Like, this has never been on this earth ever. Because what's going to take place is something that we've never seen. There's been no record of history where we can go back and look at it and be like, oh, so that happened. These what these people did during that time. No, the times that it's coming into is a time like let's get the scripture. It's one of the scriptures I wanted. Right, Matthew, right here. Right here says perilous times. Let's just get let's get straight to the point. Matthew 24 and verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And so this is the scripture that I'm like roughly paraphrasing in the dream that I'm having, and I'm telling them, I'm like, this is going to be something like nobody's ever seen before. There's going to be no reference. It's not a book that you can go to and be like, read it. I'm like, okay, so this is what happened. Like, no, it's going to be terrible. And I'm telling these people, like, America is not coming back from this. They're thinking that, like I said, they're thinking that this is about to just pass over, go back to party and turn that music back up, bring out the drinks. And I'm letting them know. I'm like, look outside. Look what everybody's starting to do. Snap out of it. Get it together. Even it's gonna be people. Think about it, in that time, when the time comes, it's still gonna be people delusional. Thinking, just wait, the time's gonna come. Just let it pass. It's gonna be something that passes. No, when this happens, when America hits that clock, and that time, that time hits that clock, they're going to fall. It's not going to be a resurrection, a revive. It's not going to be a false call. It's not going to be any of that. When America falls, it's falling forever. And not forever as a long period of time, forever as in forever. Forever. And that's what I'm trying to stress about these. That's what I'm stressed. I'm like, I don't know. You guys think this is the game or something. So I'm letting them know, like, no, this is not what you think it is. Get it together, man. Get that water, get the stuff. They was like, we don't. And I remember going back and forth with them a little bit in the dream, because they was like, well, let's just leave a little bit of stuff here just in case we have to come back. I'm like, no. Take everything we need, because when food supplies getting low for a lot of people in this apartments they've decided to stay, or anybody, groups of people wandering by, best believe everything is going to be looted. You're not going to be able to find water bottles and loaf of breads and hot Cheetos, and bro, everything is going to be gone. Everybody's going to suck everything dry in this place, man. And then a part of me, when I was seeing it happen, I'm the only one that I can tell that I was the only one, even though it was a scary time. And in the dream, I wasn't as scared as the rest of them. And I wasn't, I'll just say scared, or just say that, or lost of hope, or like I seen a ghost. Because I remember after telling them this, they sat down on the couch that was next to the sink, and they just sat there, and they were like just quiet. They were just looking at the window. They looked like they just saw a ghost. Like they were terrified. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I obviously felt scared a little bit, but a part of me was like kind of happy. I was kind of like, I felt like everybody that was around, I was the only one that had calm composure because I knew what was going to happen. And there's a scripture like that. And I'm going to get it right here. Isaiah 33:6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation in the fear of the Lord is his treasure." And that's going to keep us stable. It's going to be a very scary, horrifying time that we're going to be in. But what does the scripture say? It says the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. So the wisdom and the knowledge that we have of the scriptures and the wisdom and knowledge we have of the time coming is going to keep us stable in those times. The Lord, like we're reading about it, we're learning about it, and we're seeing what our forefathers did and the apostles, what they did in their time of calamity and trouble. And we read about it, and that we're going to use that for our strength and our stability. That's going to keep us stable. That's going to keep us sane, because we know how bad it's going to be, but we don't know how bad it's going to be. But we know to a certain degree, way more than these people of the world do, because these people in the world, they're going to be caught with their pants down. Think, was not expecting that, but we've been telling y'all all along. And that's why also I got the scripture where the Lord come at a thief at night, because out of nowhere, it happened. Out of nowhere, everything just changed. And so back in the dream, so I'm looking at them. They're sitting on the couch, looking sad, looking dead. They're just looking out the window, and outside it's just gray, just a pitch gray sky. No sun was to be found. No, nothing. It was just gray, and it wasn't night, so it wasn't gray because night. It was just gray. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I'm telling y'all what's going on, and I'm the only one that was like, had some sense of hope, because I knew what was coming next. I knew that this was the beginning of the end. Like, we have this, like, you don't understand, this Esau fall has to play out for us to get our kingdom. So we got to be happy, man. And I was a little bit happy, but scared too. But I was rejoicing because I knew that this terrible nightmare that all of us has been in was ending. And on to this beautiful kingdom that is prepared for us, starting off with the elect. And all the sorrows and the pains and the troubles that we had to go through in this place is going to end. And another thing I was telling them, I was trying to brighten the mood up a little bit, but I was like, I remember telling them, I was like, hey, look on the bright side. Hey, now you don't got to go to work tomorrow. Look at the bright side. Now you don't have to worry about your rent being paid, all the debt that you had, credit card debt, and you don't have to worry about no phone bills. You don't worry about none of that no more. I was trying to brighten up the mood, but they wasn't having it. I was trying to brighten them up because I was happy, man. I was happy, but at the same time, I was scared. But I definitely was not scared to the point of everybody else. They looked like, when that happened, and I was trying to tell them that America's done pretty much, they look like they lost all sense of hope. And to be honest, that is the faith that people should have, because when the time does come, if you're not of the elect in America, you're not making it out of here. So I guess they were in the right spirit, to be honest, because that's what's going to happen. When America falls, these people's faces are going to be distraught. You're going to be like, what is going on? When everything just shifts in this place, everybody's going to be like, what the hell happened? And that's why it's important to have this truth and knowing these scriptures, man. Because without this, you would be just like these people. That's pretty much it. Let me go back to it and see if anything else. Yeah, and I told you about this right here. That I told them everything's going to be looted. There's no leaving certain things behind to come back later. And I was the only one happy in the calm spirit. It was a very dead spirit. Tripod was saying, well, see, look, see, I did mention that. Don't have to clock in. And the king was next after, yeah. That's pretty much it, man. So in the end, like was I right? I said it was gonna be. I knew this was the end, but I was happy, and that's how we should be. That's how we should be looking at things. Even though it's gonna be scary, it's a scary time, but it's gonna be beautiful because we know all this is gonna end. All the infirmities that we have in these bodies, excuse me, all the niggas that we got to deal with, everything that we have to deal with in this lifetime is going to be ended, man. And that's pretty much it, man. So we just got to keep the faith, stay strong, man. And I'm gonna end it there. Save my voice a little bit. So there's no I can't take no cough drops. Like I've been taking cough drops and drinking tea, so there's none of that until sundown of today, of later today. So I'm gonna spare my voice just a little bit, brothers. To anybody's watching, sisters as well. Save a little bit of voice that it seems like I have left. So yeah, that was the vision. Perilous times is coming, and I'm in for the dream, and perilous times is coming. But like the scripture says, the knowledge and wisdom, the wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times, that's what's going to happen. When everything starts hitting the fan, we're going to know it's going to be like that. It's going to be like this, and that's going to keep us stable. Just in case we get grabbed up, we're in the camps, in the FEMA camps. You got to take this chip, which is the MOTB. You're going to take this, or you're going to get your head chopped off, or you're going to do this, and you get your head chopped off, whatever the case may be. Whatever things come our way, we know what is coming. So that's pretty much it, man. I just hope it was edifying. Well, definitely would have loved to have brought it out in a more different way, but like I said, I'm getting sick here. So, I wanted to make this and not just have it, because it did happen a couple days ago. And I just never got around to making it, so I made it right now. But that's pretty much it, man. Hope everybody gets something out of it. Hope everybody gets something out of it. And man, it's late and I'm sick, and I'm just trying to get everything out at once. Yeah, so I hope everybody gets something out of that right there. Your brothers, sisters. Hopeful, like. And I'll catch you guys in another lesson, Lord willing. I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to you, hopeful, like you brothers out there. And